So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through some of the projects I got going on, some of the things that I want to work on, and some of the things I want to do, and show you guys kind of where I'm going to go with the channel. Right now, I'm in my garage, which is got a small workshop area. As you can see, I've got my awesome Rob's Ride Shop banner up in here. That will be moving up to my shop because I'm actually going to be working on that shop. That may be part of the video, part of the channel as well, is working on my shop and getting things organized and set up there. I built this shop about 9 months ago, and I've just slowly been working on things in there, getting it set up and getting it working the way I need to, but I've got a lot to do. Some of the things I've got going on are simple things like I've got a motorcycle here that the top end's been off of it for 5 years. So this is one of my project cars. This is a 2001 Porsche Boxster. It's a base model. It's not an S. 5-speed, 2.7 liter. It's got about 220 horsepower. Really fun car to drive. They handle really well. It's a blast. I love it up here during the summers. Looking into getting into SCCA racing, which I've done a little bit of, just doing autocross stuff. And that's what I bought this for, but it's turned into like a really fun car to drive just as a daily driver sometimes. Things I need to do to this car, I'd love to put, well, I need to fix the top. I broke the mechanism on the top, so I've got to fix that. I would love to put a set of headers on this. I'd love to put a real exhaust on it. Right now it's just straight piped. The joys of living in Montana. So this is my 2000 E450 ambulance. Now this thing's kind of a funky deal. I worked with a fire department here for a while. This was their ambulance. It's 2-wheel drive. It actually came from Whitefish Fire originally, and then the department I worked for took it over. When they got a new ambulance, they sold this one because it was having some problems with the transmission. I got a pretty good deal on it, but this I've turned into a camper. It's got quite a bit of work done on the inside of it. I built some really nice shelves and stuff for the inside of the compartments. It's kind of a mess right now, but this is the inside of it. I've built it out. You can see a lot of work's been done on this, but the thing is, I'm not done. I've got so much I want to do to this thing. I've got a power system here that I'm working on. I've got solar on the roof. I'm going to add more solar. There's definitely quite a bit more work I want to do to this, including, and eventually I want to do a lift on it. And eventually I would like to probably Raptor liner this. But I actually have a Instagram channel for this. This is Triple Cobra Ambo on Instagram. And the reason behind that is that was the name of the ambulance, and that's the name that the fire department gave it because it was 222. That was the unit number, so they called it Triple Cobra. So that's one project that I'll be working on. All right, guys, here's the shop. This is my bar area, aka Dirty Rob's. I'm pretty proud of this setup. I built it out of fencing and pallets. And up there is the Dirty Rob's sign that my nephew's girlfriend made for me. I think it's pretty cool. Dirty Rob's was a name that my wife's uncle came up with. I thought it was kind of a funny name. I'm a firefighter, so I've got some firefighter stuff around. Kind of adds to the decor. So the first thing you'll notice, this is the 1970 Jeep Wagoneer. So this came from my wife's great-grandfather. He was an engineer for Jeep, and he worked for them for many years, but it's actually in fairly decent condition other than the rust in the rear quarter panels. This thing hasn't been driven since 1992. We did get it running. I'll throw some of those videos up while we were working on. The interesting thing about this is it actually has the Buick 350 Dauntless motor in it. And so it makes it kind of a unique vehicle. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind doing some road trips on it. So this is my 1971 or 72, I can't remember, CT9. Is actually in pretty good shape. It runs great. I do need to replace the rectifier in it. I've got some issues with power on it, but it's got less than 1,000 miles on it. It's in really good condition. I got to do carb cleaning, some other assorted little things to it. You probably need tires eventually. I think these tires are probably 15 years old. But you know, for just cruising around at camp and stuff like that, this thing's just amazing. It's so cool. It's such a fun bike, and I grew up riding these. This is what I originally learned how to ride on, was one of these. This is my 1975 Chevy Nova. I've had this car for a long time, probably the last 10 years. It's been a fun project. It did not look anything like this when I got it. I've done a lot of work on it. I had a buddy do coilovers on it. It just runs constantly. I have no issues getting it running. If it's been sitting for months, years, whatever, it fires up almost every single time. Couple things I need to do to this thing. I've got an oil pressure issue going on. It tends to drop after it warms up. I don't know if I've got some bad rod bearings in it or if I've got an oil pump issue or what. So I'm going to try a couple things. I probably want to do some rear end work suspension wise. I want to make this thing handle better. And I would love to get this thing, you know, do some headers, maybe even eventually do an engine swap. So this is my ST1300. This bike I actually got from my dad. I've got a leak going on right now, and I don't know if it's weather related or what, but we just got off of a huge ride on these. We took these bikes, my dad, my brothers, two of my brothers, we took these bikes and we rode from here to Idaho, through Yellowstone, Jackson, Wyoming, back up into Bozeman, from Bozeman back across through like Seeley Lake and around Flathead Lake and back up here. I've got a couple little things I need to do to it, and I've got the ride. I recorded the whole ride, so I've got a video of that coming up, so I'll be posting that to the channel as well. So guys, as you can see, I have an endless supply of projects to work on. I could be making content for the next 15 years. That Jeep alone can keep me busy for the next 2 years. The thing is though, is I don't want to just do repair and work videos. I want to take you guys out on rides. I've got a lot of beautiful roads around here to drive on and ride on. I want to go out to the desert with my 4Runner and go camping, do some overlanding. I want to take my ambulance out on road trips and do some van life stuff. I'm also really into sim racing right now. So that's it for now, guys. I'll catch you on the flip side.